everybody, this is Nick the Lion here, and today I'm getting ready for game number 4 of my run of Jeopardy for the Wii U. I currently now have a 3-game winnings total of $63,088, which is not a bad total at all, and hopefully I can add on to it in this game. If you saw my last run, I kind of struggled a little bit. I actually lost out on 2 true daily doubles, but I was still able to pull off a runaway, so hopefully I can do so again in this game. Just keep the momentum going.
And now, here is the host of Jeopardy,
Alex, you're back.
Hey, Johnny, thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You all look eager to get underway, so let's
I certainly
get right
am
into
eager.
it. And we start the Jeopardy round categories with this one. Scary words.
Ooh.
State the park's state.
Literary
characters.
Okay.
Presidential campaigns.
Nice.
1960s sports legends.
Oh, God, I won't know anything about
and
that.
Intravenous. Player 1, where do we start?
All right, scary words 1,000.
If you have stygiophobia derived from the river Styx, you have a fear of this, so act right. It's player 1.
What is hell?
Yeah!
All right, I figured because of the last part of the clue.
We return to you, player 1.
All right, stay at the park, state 1,000. Oh, wow, I already found the daily double.
Answer, it's the Daily Double.
All right,
You are
well,
in first place.
not much I can do, so might as well just bet 1,000.
Here is your clue. Crater of Diamonds State Park.
What is Arkansas?
That puts you
All
even
right,
further
I got
ahead.
it. Lucky guess on
Player
my
1,
part.
pick again.
Literary characters 1,000.
Ivan Petrovich Voynitsky is the title character of this 1899 Chekhov play. It's player 1.
What is a peculiar man?
Nope.
What? I thought for sure
Anyone
that
else?
was right. Oh, wow.
Here's what we were looking for. Uncle Vanya.
Uncle Vanya is what they wanted. All right, then.
Please pick again, player 1.
Presidential campaigns 1,000.
The Whigs used a log cabin as a symbol in his 1840 campaign.
He famously served for only 32 days.
It's player 1.
Who was William Henry Harrison?
Good. Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
I'm gonna regret this, but sports legends 1,000.
On August 1st, 1964, this man, nicknamed Big Daddy, became the first in drag racing history to exceed 200 miles per hour.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea. I'll try it, I guess, if one of the other computer players gets it wrong, but
Yes,
otherwise I'm
player
staying
3.
out. Who is Don Garlitz?
That's
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never would have thought of that.
Player 3, where do we start?
Park State for 200.
Longhorn Cavern State Park.
Ooh, it's on the tip of my
Okay,
tongue. I'm
player
trying
1.
to remember. What is Texas?
Right.
All right.
Where do we begin, player 1?
That one should have been very easy for me. I was just having a brain fart there for a second, but luckily I still got it. Intravenous 1,000.
Galileo's finding that Venus goes through these, like the moon, was the first direct evidence for Copernican ideas. Yes, player 1?
What are orbits? No.
Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Phases.
Phases. All right, then.
You get to pick again, player 1.
Intravenous 8.
If you've got
Oh, shit, I didn't mean to pick
dendrophobia,
that.
the fear of these, we suggest not climbing any. Let's hear it, player 1.
What are trees?
That's correct.
All right. Well, even though I didn't mean to pick that clue, at least I
You
got
get
it
to
right.
pick
It was
again,
Scary Words
player
800.
1.
But I meant to pick Intravenous for 800.
We're not sure if it was ancient or not, but the first U.S. flyby of Venus was by one of these space probes in 1962. It's player 1.
What is a Voyager?
No.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 3?
Mariner?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Player 3, you start us off.
Intravenous for 200.
Venus's surface is hard to view from Earth because it's completely covered by these. Okay, player 1.
What are craters?
That's not it.
Oh my gosh, I am bombing this category.
Anyone else? Let's hear it, player 2.
What are clouds? Oh, that definitely makes sense. I don't know.
Player
I
2,
thought that
where
could
do
maybe
we
be a
start?
little bit too obvious. Anyway,
A
campaigns
campaign
for
slogan
200.
in 1964 said, "All the way with these 3 letters."
Well, not exactly a fan of this
Okay,
guy,
player
but
1.
what is LBJ?
Yeah.
Where do we begin, player 1?
Sports Legends 800.
In 1963, she appeared in her first Wimbledon singles title match under her maiden name, Moffat.
I'll give it a shot, I guess.
Yes, player 1?
Who is Billie Jean King?
That's
All
it.
right, lucky guess then.
We return to you, player 1.
Campaigns 800.
In 1916, he campaigned under the slogan, "He kept us out of war."
Who is Woodrow
Okay,
Wilson? Who
player
is
1.
also probably like one of my least favorite presidents.
You are correct. Player 1, back to you.
Literary characters 800.
The invaders in this H.G. Wells novel are described as having tentacles and a peculiar V-shaped mouth. It's player 1.
What is Island of Dr. Moru? Oh, probably the War of the Worlds.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? We're talking about the War of the Worlds.
Yeah, that's what I would have said next. Go figure.
Select again.
Park State 800.
Cumberland Falls State Resort Park. Player 1?
What is North Carolina?
Sorry.
I thought for sure that was it.
Any other takers? We're talking about Kentucky.
It was Kentucky, alright.
You again, player 1.
Ooh. I guess I'll just go with normal. I did find the Daily Double long ago anyway, after all. I really should just start playing normal every single time I get the Daily Double. I just keep forgetting to for some reason. Anyway, let's just go with, literary characters.
Bibliophobia. A fear of these might hurt you
By
if you
accident.
want
Why
to
am I doing
continue
that
your
today?
studies. Let's hear it, player 1.
Alright, well, I'm gonna say what are ours.
That's right. Way to go.
I was right,
You
but I
again,
meant to
player
pick
1.
literary characters for 200.
In A Christmas Carol, the ghost of this dead partner is the first spirit to visit Scrooge. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Jacob Marley?
We return to you, player 1.
Sports 400.
The most points a player has scored in an NFL game in the last 50 years is 36 by this Bears halfback on December 12th, 1965.
Oh, shit. My stepdad would know this one for sure, but I have no clue.
It's player 2.
Gale Sayers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue.
Venus for
One
4.
of these on Venus lasts about 244 Earth ones. It's player 1.
What is a day?
Good. Player 1, you start.
Campaign 6.
The 1976 ticket of Jimmy Carter and this running mate was dubbed Fritz and Grits.
Who is Walter Mondale?
Okay, player one. Yes. Player one, choose again.
Characters for 4.
In A Scandal in Bohemia and other early stories, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle gave this physician a wife, Mary Morstan. Yes, player one.
Who is Dr. Faustus?
No.
No.
Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Probably maybe Dr. Watson, I guess. I definitely don't think it's Jekyll.
Here's what we were looking for. Dr. Watson.
Yeah, I definitely knew it could not be Jekyll.
Player one, back to you.
Park State for 600.
Manatee Springs State Park.
Another one I feel like I should know, but don't.
Here's what we wanted. Florida.
Florida, okay.
Player one, back to you.
400 for scary words.
If you suffer from heliophobia, a fear of this, you might be a vampire. Player one?
What is the sun?
That's correct.
Figured as much.
Player one, you pick again, please.
Sports 200. Let's just get this easiest one here out
Between
of the
May
way.
of 1965 and March of 1967, he defended his heavyweight boxing title an amazing 9 times. Yes, player one?
Who is Muhammad Ali?
Yes.
All right. I had a feeling it could be
Select
him too.
again.
Just didn't know for sure until I actually saw the clue. All right. Let's finish up intravenous.
Like Mercury, Venus has this many moons. Player one?
What is 1?
That's not it.
Oh.
Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. 0.
0. I was thinking 0. Just
Player
my
one,
gut led me
choose
in the
again.
wrong direction. All right, Park State for 400.
San Simeon State Park. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Hawaii?
That's not it.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Well, this is gonna have to be another one of those games where I pick it up a little bit
We're
in the double
talking
Jeopardy
about
round.
California.
California, okay. Oh,
Player
duh,
one,
that definitely
back to
fucking
you
makes
for
sense.
our
Why did I
next
think? Why did I
selection.
think Hawaii? All right. Well, anyway, sports led to 600.
In the 1960s, 2 NBA players won MVP awards 4 times. Wilt Chamberlain and this Boston Celtics center. Player one?
Who is Bill Russell?
You got it.
All right, lucky guess there.
You get to pick again, player one.
Scary words for 6.
If you have pluviophobia, the fear of this weather condition, we probably won't find you singing in it.
What's the rain?
Yes, player one? That's correct. Player one, you pick again, please.
Campaigns for 4.
I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people, he said in accepting his 1932 nomination.
Who's Franklin Roosevelt?
Player one? You got it. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue.
Finish up with literary characters for
And I'll hand
600.
it off to Sarah.
John Tenniel depicted this Lewis Carroll title character in 1865.
It's player one.
Who is Alice?
That is correct.
All right.
Player 2 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I got $4,000. Player 3 is in second with $1,800, and player 2 has $600. So
right after this break,
he's going to select first in the Double Jeopardy round.
we start the Double Jeopardy categories.
And let's see what the categories are.
Through Europe on E90.
Ooh.
Medicine, men and women.
Oh, gosh.
TV producers.
Ah.
Assassin and victim.
Right
on, soldier. And iPod.
I put just quotation marks to know what that means. TV producers for
Fairmont
400.
in this city's Nob Hill was the exterior used for Aaron Spelling's hotel TV series. It's player 1.
What is Manhattan?
Sorry, that's...
Oh.
Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. San Francisco.
San Francisco. All right, then. Assassin and victim for 400.
Marcus Junius Brutus et al., 44 BC.
Who is Julius Caesar?
Okay, player 1. That's correct. Player 1, you're in command of the board as we continue right now.
Right on soldier for 2,000.
This Grecian fought at Salamis and Marathon. His 70 plays include The Oresteia and Prometheus Bound. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Homer?
No, that's not right.
No, what? No!
Any other takers?
I thought for sure that was right.
Let's hear it, player 2. Nope. Sorry.
And my second guess apparently was wrong,
Any
too.
other takers?
So, wow.
It's player 3.
I'm
Good for
not
you.
even going to try to pronounce that. Apparently that was what we
Player
needed.
3, where do we start?
Right on soldier for 400.
A student at Sandhurst, he later served in British military intelligence before creating his British super spy. Player 1?
Who is Ian Fleming?
Good.
All right, then.
All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board.
Through Europe 2000.
E90 goes through Brindisi. This famous ancient Roman road, also known as a way, ended there. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Via Appia?
Yes. We return to you, player 1.
iPod for 2000.
This Austrian city's name is German for Bridge over the Inn River. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Istanbul?
No.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is Innsbruck.
Innsbruck was the correct answer there.
Player 1, back to you.
Medicine Man and Woman 2000, even though I'm not confident in this category.
In 1889, Susan LaFlèche Picotte, a member of this Nebraska tribe, became the first Native American female doctor.
Definitely did not know this one. I'm not going to try it.
Okay, player 2.
What is Omaha?
Good.
Oh,
On the
the
plus side
Omaha
again.
tribe.
All right, let's get back
Seems
into this.
fairly obvious,
Player
just I don't
2
know.
has control. In 1968, a federal court found this author and pediatrician guilty of violating the Selective Service Act. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Timothy Leary?
Sorry.
I'm really going the wrong direction
Anyone
right
else?
now.
Here's the correct response. Benjamin Spock.
Benjamin Spock was the correct answer for that one.
Player 2. Pick again.
Medicine Man and Woman 800.
In 1659, Italian anatomist Marcello Malpighi discovered that the lungs were made up of these tiny air sacs. Player 1?
What are capillaries?
No. Sorry.
What?
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct
Oh my
response?
god.
Here's the correct response. Alveoli.
Alveoli. Wow.
Player 2. Choose again.
1200 for medicine.
This German bacteriologist developed a test for syphilis and an inoculation for tetanus.
Alright, come on. I gotta get at least one of these right.
It's player 1.
Who is Frederick Loeffler? Come on!
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about August von Wassermann. Please pick again, player 2.
Well, at least this category's over
In
and done with.
1796, he inoculated 8-year-old James Phipps with material from a cowpox pustule from Sarah Nelms.
Fuck, I don't even want to begin to try this one.
It's player 2.
Who's Edward Jenner? Don't think I've ever even heard of
You
him.
get to pick again, player 2.
Assassin and Victim 800.
James Earl Ray, 1968.
Well, I know this one at least. Who is MLK
It's
Jr.?
player 1. Yes. Player 1, where do we start?
iPod for 16.
One of the daily doubles. Player 1.
Then I have
you're
no
in last
choice but
place,
to bet the
here's
full
an
table here.
opportunity Okay, here is the clue. Meaning beyond memory, this type of time originally referred to the period before 1189 AD.
What is immemorial?
You are now in second.
All right. I figured.
Player 1, choose again.
You're up 16. Oh, the other daily double. I didn't want to find it that quickly, though.
The second daily double. You're in second right now. What'll it be?
Once again, probably gonna have to go all in.
Okay, here is the clue. We'll stop in Thessaloniki, the capital of this Greek region that produced Philip and Alexander.
Shit, I've got it between Crete and Macedonia. Oh, boy. What is Crete?
Sorry, that's
No!
Here's what we wanted. Macedonia.
Shit, yes. Damn
We
it,
return
I
to
had
you,
it between
player
both of
1.
those two. It was very close. I just went with the wrong one. Oh, that sucks. TV Producers 2000. I really got to pick it up here.
He probably has another 6 or 7 Law and Order offshoots on his desk just waiting for network slots.
Ah, fuck if I know.
Player 1?
Why did I ring in? Who is Dick Wolf?
That is correct.
Hey, thank God.
You again, player 1.
Assassin and Victim for 2000.
Yigal Amir, 1995. Let's hear it, player 1.
I'm just gonna guess who is Yitzhak Rabin.
Right.
Hey, apparently that was right.
We return to you, player 1.
Producers for 800.
David Chase created this HBO series and wrote many of its episodes, like Mr. Ruggiero's Neighborhood. It's player 1.
What is The Sopranos?
Good.
I'm still one of those shows that I've
Player
heard.
1, choose again.
Heard of anyway, I meant to say. iPod 12.
From the Latin for unable to speak, this 3-syllable word means Extremely childish. Player 1,
What is infantile?
good for you.
All right, I'm making a massive comeback here. Let's keep it up.
Player 1, you pick again, please.
All right, you're up for 400.
We'll start our trip east on Route E90 in this chief seaport of Portugal. It's Player 1.
What is Lisbon?
Good for you.
Nice.
Player 1, pick again.
Soldier for 12.
Lew Wallace served as a major general in this war before penning Ben-Hur. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is the Civil War?
That is correct.
All right, I'm keeping it up here.
Please pick again, Player 1.
Assassin of Victim 16.
Leon Czolgosz, 1901.
Who is William McKinley?
Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. Player 1, pick again.
All right, iPod 800.
Here's Sarah to start us off.
When graphing the equation y equals 2x plus 1, the line intersects the y-axis at 1. In general, the point where the line crosses is called the y-this.
What's the intercept?
Yes, Player 1? Correct. Player 1, pick again.
Y-intercept. Producers for 16.
In 2003, this survivor head honcho began conducting a search to give Donald Trump an apprentice.
Oh.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
Yeah, in case you're going to tell, this game was made quite a few years before a certain someone became president. But anyway, who is Mark Burnett?
Yes. Player 1, back to you.
And, let's go Europe for 1200.
My cat wants me to look up its relatives in this capital of Turkey.
Don't know. I know technically I could cheat for some of these and just, look it up, but I don't really want to do that. I want to actually keep this, honest and, true to my actual knowledge.
We're talking about Ankara.
Ankara. All right, then.
Player 1, back to you.
All right, I'll finish up iPod.
Chilly name of the head of lettuce that's cut into quarters to make a wedge salad.
What's iceberg? I eat it all the time.
Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah! Hey, you're right. Select again.
Soldier for 800.
This author of Starship Troopers was a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who is Robert Hyland?
That is correct.
Nice.
Player 1, you pick again, please.
1200 for Assassin and Victim.
Nathuram Godse, 1948. Okay, Player 1.
Who is Mohandas Gandhi?
Correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Soldier for 16. Finish up that category.
Edward Gibbon was a captain in the Hampshire Grenadiers before writing The Decline and Fall of this empire. Player 1.
It's either Roman or Ottoman. What is Roman?
That is correct.
All right.
You get to pick again, Player 1.
800 for through Europe.
Let's head to this Spanish coastal city to shop along its Rambla de Catalunya. Player 1.
What is Valencia?
Sorry.
Oh, maybe it's Barcelona then.
Anyone else?
But the good news, though, is that no matter what, I've secured a runway for this game.
It's Player 2.
Grenada?
Nope.
Okay, then yeah, I was right. It was Barcelona.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
That was my initial hunch, but then I kind of went in the wrong direction.
It's
Want to be the
player
first time this
3.
game.
Hey, you're right. And we'll wrap up the board.
And then
with
finally, TV
this
producers
clue.
for 1,200.
He moved from Melrose Place to the East Coast for Central Park West and Sex and the City. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Matthew Weiner?
Nope.
No.
Anyone else?
Even with those last two clues, though, I'm still got a runaway game. So that's all that really matters.
Here's the correct response. Darren Starr.
Darren Starr.
You all move on to Final Jeopardy, which will continue after the...
All right, so at the end of the Double Jeopardy run, I got a runaway game with 13,600. Player 3 is in second with 4,600, and player 2 is in last with 1,400. So I'm a lock for first, and player 3 I think is a lock for second. So
these messages.
At this point, all I got to do is just make sure I wager smartly.
Consider your wagers carefully.
Either way, though, my run will continue.
This category. 19th century authors.
Wait, I feel like I've had this category before. I hope I'm right. I'll go up 11,400.
Let's see what it is. Here's the clue. In 1833, a French historian said that this author had built a cathedral as solid as the foundations of the other one.
I'm gonna say who is Victor Hugo.
Did you come up with the correct response?
Who is Victor Hugo?
And this correct
All right,
response
I got
will
it.
add how much to your score?
So he doubled his score to
Let's see your
2,800.
response.
She also said Victor
How
Hugo.
much do you add to your total with that correct response? Did you come up with the correct response?
And I got it right too.
And this correct response will
So I added
add how much to your
11,400,
score?
which will take me to a total of $25,000 for this game.
Congratulations to you.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So long.
Alright, well, that officially means that my 4-game winnings total now is going to be ironically, well, somewhat ironically anyway, $88,088. So, 2 sets of 88 right there. Oh, I guess I accidentally did one of the taunts. Alright, well, that was a pretty good game, I'd say. You know, it was rough for a while, especially in the Double Jeopardy round, but luckily I was able to make a massive comeback there at the end. I was run away, so thank goodness for that. Thank goodness I found my groove at the end. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for Game 4 of my run of Jeopardy for the Wii U. 5 relatively soon whenever I get around to it. So take care for now, everybody.